Okay, please, on your whiteboard, I want to see how you're doing with these. Would you guys attempt number one? Number one is on the screen, right there. Please completely simplify number one.
Oh, give me the rough one. Okay.
You're on my favorite jacket. I didn't draw it. You did. Oh, no, I didn't. I did not.
So, Sydney, make sure you handle negative exponents.
I don't like this.
She just drew on my jacket.
Wait.
Oh, okay. I didn't even touch this freaking jacket.
Looking to see what you guys have for number one when you guys flip the board. You seem to handle your negative exponents. So far, so good. I would say you're not wrong, you're just not done. Same thing. Not wrong, you're just not done. Finish. The two lines of the six kind of bugs me. Where did that two come from? So the 2 is an exponent, and the y is a base. We're never going to multiply the exponent times the base. So that's not wrong now. It's just not done. Not done. Not wrong.
No, I'm gonna kiss you.
That is correct. That is also correct. Now you know. Not wrong. Finish. Same thing. It's not incorrect. You just need to finish it. You haven't completely simplified it. That's wrong, actually. No, that's incorrect. That's just a weird reaction. Normally, when you say that's wrong, people aren't. If the base has negative exponent,
How do you get the negative?
Put it over your head, so.
it's not incorrect. It's just not done. That's correct. There, you guys should look right now. There. See how Ella used to have your answer.
Yeah.
See what happens? So this is not wrong. It's just not good. You got to deal with the negative exponent.
Why?
Sophia, that's correct. Good job. So there's no, you're treating this like a 2 by 2. You're treating it like a binomial times a binomial. Right? So if it was this.
I said it was right.
So Trevor, if it was 3x minus 4y cubed squared, that would be a 2 by 2 because that's a binomial times a binomial. This is actually a monomial times a monomial. You just need to multiply each of the pieces together. Okay. The y, I agree with everything except Doc, you've got it. So let's see here. 3, that's right. So I agree with this. I agree with this. 3 is that.
Actually,
This is a numerator right now, right?
just turned 11
It's
yesterday.
after your numerator.
Happy like
Okay.
birthday.
So,
Oh, I got it. So,
is that a fraction? So if something's not a fraction, you can take
Oh,
a
fraction.
so Sasha, you're gonna want to
You said that. You should-
distribute this
Yeah, I already got it. 9x minus 8. So the negative 8.
9x minus 8 y, and but you whenever you're doing exponents, you don't just multiply. Add them to negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. 3 plus 3 is 6.
How do you get negative 8?
You have to put it over and move this down. So the answer is
X4.
Julia.
So, notice how the positive exponent.
So the line is if I ask, that makes sense.
Notice how the y positive exponent.
Right here.
No, not
Right here. Right here.
But
So Sasha, you move it down, and so it gets rid of the negative.
You also make it in half line. It's like
No, you keep the 8.
Because the
And
negative
that's what you know.
Oh yeah, right there, baby.
It's x to the h power?
All right. Oh, I disagree with your 9.
Oh my gosh!
That looks good. That looks good.
Yeah,
Is that
right
number,
there.
is that number 2?
Yeah.
That's right up there. Yeah. Just clean that up for a second. Does that make sense? That's right. I disagree with you.
That's something I
I disagree with your 3. Isn't the 3 being squared? I just come up with 3 squares. Okay, let's move on to 2. Here's number 2. Please try number 2. Sorry, I'll get number 3 out of there. Here's number 2.
Hey, you know this one though.
Give me 1 second. I gotta do this real quick.
Right there.
Let's see it. I just had to do it.
I have a question.
Hey, whenever we put it right there, we gotta go. There's no way you can do
It's just a 1. So what is 8x to the 15 times 1? So that's why it seems like it's wrong. It's just times 1.
Oh, man.
I would actually simplify it while it's in the numerator. So Sasha, let's see, that says 8x to the 7 times the other part of the
Y to the negative h. Negative, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that either.
Negative something.
Ah, so you can't leave the negative exponent on the tracer, so deal with the negative exponent.
What are you doing?
Let's see here. You don't have the negative. I think you lost your. Okay. It's not really there at all. It's just like answer. And I don't know how you got there. Those are right answers. I think no. Show a couple of steps of process. Yeah, I'll show you in a second what I would look for. That's right. There you go. Good job. Sophia, you got it? Is this right? It is right. I don't see where your work is. I don't know how you got it. Oh my God!
Stop. Oh, no, again.
No, but like, is it
I didn't.
She drew all over my favorite jacket.
She drew on your. Okay, then you have right to go on her back.
There wasn't any. I told her. I go draw and see what happens. Face it. I didn't even draw. There's no marks. There's nothing there. You idiot.
Yes.
You're an absolute idiot. There's nothing there. You look like a piece of shit. Get out of this classroom. Leave. Leave. No one You look like a Teletubby.
I look like
Yeah, you look like a Teletubby. At least I don't know that's a McDonald's. At least my hair doesn't look like a McDonald's sign.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Hey guys, hey, listen up. Guys, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, could you quiet down for just a second? You're close, Doc. I think I need to give a little bit of reinforcement here, a little bit of help for you.
Hey guys, hey. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to bring together all the skills we practiced on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. And I'm starting to notice with a lot of groups, there's a couple of skills that are not quite in place yet. And the first one I think worth talking about is right here, this y to the 0. So if you have a base and the exponent is a 0, with the exception of only one case, anything to the 0 ends up being what? 1. So guys, you were talking about steps. Let me show you a step. You could do something like this. Focus up on the screen. Check this out. You could write 2x to the 5th times 1 cubed times x to the negative 4th, y to the negative 2. Right there, I'm just indicating that y to the 0 is 1. Right?
So then why does the y go away? Wouldn't it be like 1y?
No. I'll redevelop this for you. You have to track with me, and if you get weirdly distracted by something else, I'm going to stop. You with me, Mason? Okay. So let's just do a little, for instance, I'm going to kind of make something up to help you see it. Okay. So what if I had y to the 11th divided by y to the 11th? If you take something and you divide it by itself, you get 1. Okay, good. So we all agree that that's 1 because I divided something by itself. Now what if I, instead of doing that, what if I used my exponent properties to simplify this? If you are dividing a base by a base, what do you do with your exponents? If you're multiplying bases, you add exponents. If you're dividing bases, you subtract exponents. So watch this. Wouldn't this be y to the 11 minus 11? And what's 11 minus 11? 0. So maybe at this point you'd say, oh my gosh, what's y to the 0? I don't get it. Wait a minute, didn't we prove that this equaled 1? So then wouldn't this also have to equal 1?
Yeah.
That's... What? No, that's incorrect. It's 1. I just proved it to you. Didn't I prove that that equaled 1? And didn't I prove that that also equaled y to the 0? So by simple logic, I'm not appealing to any mathematical trick. I'm not appealing to, hey, I'm the teacher, listen to me. I'm appealing to your logic. If I can show you that this thing equals 1, and then it also equals something else, wouldn't the something else have to also equal 1? It's based purely on logic. And you can either accept it or not. I hope you'll accept it. This is the mathematical proof for why y to the 0 is 1 or whatever it happens to be. Okay, Mason, I hope I helped you. I feel like you're still religiously holding on to that thing you said about it being 1y. But
I don't know, it just doesn't make sense.
tell me why.
Because it's a 0 exponent, then it's a 0 exponent, but the y is still there.
I just proved it to you. So Mason, let me.
It's not y11 divided by y11.
What's not?
Y to the 0.
But did I not just do this? Didn't I just show you? Didn't I just get here? I got here, so I got to the exact same place.
Yes.
So we can chain it together. Check this out. No, hey, here's some logic for you. So does this match that?
Yeah.
Does this match that?
No.
Yes, it does. No. So Mason, maybe this is where your weakness is. If you are dividing bases, you subtract exponents. I think that's where I lost you. You maybe weren't sure why I did that. If you are dividing like bases, you subtract exponents. So, isn't 11 minus 11 0? Let me go back a step. Check this out. I'm appealing to your logic, and I think this is what you've lived in a world where math teachers have said, hey, Mason, here's the rule. I'm trying to say, Mason, this is logical. Use the left side of your brain, use the right side of your brain together to see the logic. Now, check it out. Mason, the other thing you have to do is be open. I feel like sometimes you're not very open. Be open-minded. So do you agree with me that this, and the rest of you should be listening too, this is how you prove stuff. And this is have you ever asked the question, when am I ever going to use this stuff? Yes. Like what I'm doing right now, I don't care if you're a mathematician or an engineer or a nanny or an English Professor, you could use this right now. Mason, do you agree that I have matched those two things together?
Yes.
Do you agree that this matches that? Is 11 minus 11 0? You can't deny that, can you? Okay, now this might be the step where you're struggling. Do you agree that those two match?
Y11 and Y11?
No, that y to the 11 minus 11 is the same thing as y to the 11th. So you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're about to get this. So if I match this with this and you agree, this with this and you agree, this with this and you agree, do you agree that these two match?
Yeah.
Do you see the logic? And you can be all stubborn and say, no, I don't see it still, but do you see the logic?
Yeah.
That's what this proof is all about. And you can accept or deny. I kind of get this feeling that you're like, no, I don't want to accept it. And frankly, that's your problem. I just proved it to you really well. So you can either accept it or not. I don't know. I'm just trying to help you because you asked a real, legitimate, good question. Okay, I'll keep going. Do you guys get it? Do you see how that's actually a life skill you could use?
I get that. Yeah.
Okay. So then, with this one, we're cubing that first factor. So what's 2 cubed?
8.
That's 8. What is x to the 5 to the 3? What do you do with those exponents? So you multiply to get 15. And I still have this stuff hanging out here. Now we get into the thing that Noah was wanting to do. And that is to say that we should be adding exponents. You'll see how we've got x to the 15 times x to the negative 4th. We should add those. So this would be x to the 11th, y to the negative 2. And if you end up with a negative exponent, that just means flip it down or flip it up, depending on where it is. So this one we would flip it down. So it'd be 8x to the 11th over y squared. Okay. Guys, we have time for one more if it's pretty quick. So why don't we look at number 3. Oh, this is such a lovely question. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see here. This would be 49. So this would be... Oh, you just got to simplify it. You've got an x on the top and an x on the bottom. Remember, if you are dividing like bases, you have to subtract your exponent. You can do that at the end or the start. And now finish it.
No, I'm just going to erase on this.
Please do it. The 49 is fine. It's just that you have 6 x's up here. And you have 6
No, just please. Please.
6 minus 16. Okay, what do we got? Why would the 49 go to the denominator? What? Oh, does the 49 have a negative exponent? I don't think so. I think the 49 had a positive exponent. So, let me show you what I would do first. Hey guys, listen up, please. So I know we only have about a minute and a half left. Guys, hey. Listen up, please. I know you guys have just had a moment to do this, but we're obviously up against our time. I think I would do, Bray, Caroline, folks, please. I have only one goal. That's to help you. I hope that you'll accept the help. Can I show you, Trevor? I would like to show you. Is that okay? So guys, here's what I would do before I did anything else. Is I would actually subtract my exponents. I would do 7 times x to the negative 8 minus negative 3 I think I've captured about 20% of you. Stop what you're doing and watch. Okay? Especially if you have a question. What do you think about that? You see how I got the x's together right away?
Yeah.
I think this is going to make for a simpler finish. So now I've got 7x to the negative 5 squared. What's 7? I'm sorry?
You can do that. You just move them.
if you are, here's my rule. I don't want, what I don't want this to be is I don't want this to be a series, guys, please stop talking. I don't want this to be a series of like disconnected, illogical rules and tricks. Remember the idea here, because you said you can do that? If you are dividing like bases, what do? So notice how what I did is I took the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. No magic. I just took top exponent minus bottom exponent. Okay, what's 7 squared? And then if I've got x to the negative 5 squared, it should become x to the what? Negative 10th. And then don't I just need to flip down? So this would be 49 over x to the 10th. Hey, tomorrow we are going to be playing a game with stuff like this. So maybe even kind of 2 games. We'll hopefully get a little more practicing in as well. So bring your A game. Be ready. Should be good. Please put your whiteboards up away and your markers away. Have a good rest of your day. So Ella, did I get you?